Hello everyone and welcome to the Carousel of Connor. Today we're going to look at as many Dooney and Bourke bags and the dress shop dresses here at Disney Springs. Let's go.
Carousel of Connor.
The Everafter Jewelry Company is going to be our first stop here. I know they got some new bags, so let's go check it out. Alright guys, so we're in the store right now. Right away you can see they got Dooney and Bourke Small World too. And just look at all the details on here too. Now these aren't going to be our Disney character warehouse prices, that's for sure. But $268, but it's still cool just to kind of look and browse. And they have like different kinds of bags too, with the same kind of like, you know, design. And guys, I've been doing my research. Over 80% of the people watching my videos are not currently subscribed to the channel. So if you're enjoying this little tour of all the Dooney and Bourke bags here at Disney Springs, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. So this is pretty cool if you look at like all the different details. They also have these little like wallets here too, which has like the wristlet here. These are $158. And then let's go back to this bag, because I don't think I showed you guys the price of this bag. Let's see. And this bag in the middle here is going to be $298 as well. They also have some ears here too, but what our main thing is Dooney and Bourke Day. And look at this, guys. This is pretty cool. It's got all the different kinds of like, it's got Goofy, DuckTales. I see Chip and Dale on there too, which is kind of cool. That's $198. So $198 for this. And then they have a little mini bag over here too, which is a really nice bag. And she's doing like her little pose and everything. It's pretty cute. Let's check this out here. And that's $268 for that bag. And if you go over here, this is I guess it's the same one as that bag we just looked at. But as you guys can see too, on this side it has a couple different characters too. Like I see Goofy here, so that's pretty cool. They do have some really like fancy ears in here too, if you look. And these are $44.99, so that's a hefty price for ears, but they are very nice looking. And that's what they kind of look like on a mannequin. So now we look at this Moana bag. I've seen this one before, but $268 for this bag. But what's cool about this store is I'm seeing a lot of bags I haven't seen before. I have seen this one though. And if you guys look here too, you can see like it has a lot of different Moana characters on here, which is really cool. It also has like the gem, so pretty sweet. This bag's pretty cool too. You guys can see like all the details on here too. And it is black, as you guys can see, but it's cool that you can see like all the, it's like kind of imprinted in it, which is cool. And this one's gonna be $348. So this is actually the most of any bag we've seen so far here. But it's got a little pocket on the side, but that's pretty crazy. They do have these Robin Hood bags here too, which I think are really cool. They're very small, which is kind of nice too, especially for like the parks, you know, something that's not too like bulky. And you don't see too much of like Robin Hood merch either, which is kind of cool. $128, so this is one of the better prices here too. A very nice bag. And also has this like little like badge here too to tell you more about like the item too for Disney. Pretty cool. And we just looked at those black bags too. Here's another black bag, and this one's got like red inside, you can see, which is pretty nice. But it's very similar to the other one where it has like kind of the imprints on the side. Let's look over here what the price is. This one is $468, so pretty hefty price there, but it's pretty cool. You can even see over here too that they got like the balloons and everything. If you are interested in Loungefly too, they got a lot of Loungefly here, which is nice. There's little like lime green wristlet wallets, which are nice for $45. And then if you go right over here, they have, I've seen this one pretty much all over the place, but it's, all the parks are, I think it's just Magic Kingdom.
75.
I think it's just Magic Kingdom, yeah, and this one's $75. So now we're looking at one of the new arrivals today. This is the Mickey and Minnie New York, which is pretty cool. The Big Apple. This is a bag that literally just came out today, and it is what, Monday, July 12th. But yeah, this bag is pretty cool looking. And you can see it's got like him at like a hot dog stand. You got Minnie over here, got the taxis. He's actually like having a hot dog there. They got like the pretzels. This is pretty cool. Here's a look at the other side too. It says the Big City Life. Very cool bag here. $268. They also have wristlets too, and this is pretty similar to the other one. Like it's got like the same kind of designs on it and everything like that. But this is $158. And then up here they have kind of more like a tote bag. And you see it's got the little things on the bottom too. $248, again the same kind of designs too, but a pretty cool collection too, very like exclusive, which I like. This is not Dooney, but they do have a really cool Kate Spade bag here, which I kind of want to show you guys, a Minnie Mouse. Really cool like tote bag here. Well, at least that's what I'm calling it. Might not even be, but. And I'm trying to see the price. Oh, $228. But a very nice bag. I actually really like it with the polka dots and everything. Like, it's kind of simple, but at the same time, like, it pops out too, which is cool. And they also have a lot of the lounge light here too that you can find out like the world of Disney and things like that. But it is a cool little store if you haven't checked it out. All right, so we just left our first stop over at Everafter. Cool store, I've never been there before too. It was like a pretty smaller store, but pretty cool nonetheless. It had a lot of like Loungefly, had a lot of Dooney and Bourke, so if that's kind of what you're going after, I would definitely suggest going there. Also, they have a lot of like new stuff there because 10 o'clock today when this place opened is when that line dropped for the New York City Mickey and Minnie, which was pretty cool. So they already had that there. So they have like new kind of merch there too, if that's something like you're interested in. But very cool store, like I said. And now we're gonna head over to our next stop here for this Dooney and Bourke tour here at Disney Springs. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Uniqlo, but it's a very, very cool store in there. We're not gonna go in there today, but if you guys ever want to do a video in there, let me know, because that is a pretty cool store to go in and check out. Here's the world of Disney too, guys, where you think there might be a lot of Dooney and Bourke, but just from past experiences, I've never seen a lot of Dooney and Bourke in there. Now, that is a great spot to get Loungefly and things like that. Literally all the Loungefly you could possibly think of, it feels like, in there. But right now we're gonna go check out some other stores, but maybe we'll go look to see if they do have any Dooney and Bourke later on. And just a little advice here too, which I feel like most people probably know this, but we're here on a Monday right when Disney Springs open. This is a good time to go because it is not very crowded. Even if you come on that time on like a Saturday or Sunday, it's still pretty crowded for the most part. But yeah, not too bad right now. So I would suggest maybe coming out like a weekday, maybe like a Monday or Tuesday, and coming early if you want to go to Disney Springs. So our next stop is going to be the Marketplace Co-op, which has a lot of stuff, as you can see right here. Centerpiece, also Cherry Tree Lane. But let's go see if they got some Dooney and Bourke. Now, I did say this was a Dooney and Bourke, but they do have a lot of Disney Cruise Line Loungefly here, which I've not seen this before at all. This is really cool too. And I wonder if this will eventually come to the character warehouse because the cruise line stuff is trending so much, but I have a feeling if it does, it's gonna be for a very long time. But let's look at the prices for this bag right here. Like I said, new bag here, $75 for that. And they have more cruise line over here too, which I actually kind of like this bag more than the other ones. Pretty cool, I like the colors. $70 for this one. Cool logo too for the, and it also has like a weird feel to it too. It almost feels like a bathing suit, which is, I feel like, kind of like suiting. No pun intended there, but pretty cool. We actually saw these Moana bags at the other spot we were just at, Everafter, but they do have them here at the Co-op. I'm sure it's gonna be the same price here, $268. But yeah, it's got the same, it's pretty much the same thing we looked at before, but they do have that here as well. And they do have the It's a Small World bags over here too as well, which is pretty cool. And I think they have the same exact ones that they had over there too, like the same, not obviously it's the same design, but I'm talking about like the same kind of style bags too. I think they only had two in the It's a Small World, if I remember correctly. And they also have these bags too, which I'm sure you guys remember just seeing this a couple minutes ago. They have this here as well. That's that 348 bag, pretty insane. So if you guys have ever been into Co-op, I don't know if you know, but they have tons of dress shop dresses here. You can see right here they have a Black Widow one, among many others that we're gonna see in just a moment. Right here they have a Stitch dress shop here, dress. This is pretty cool too because it's got like little stitches in there too, you can see. And they're all, some of them he has his tongue out, some of them they don't, but it comes with the flowers. This would be awesome for like the Polynesian or anything like that really. If you go to Ohana one night, $126 or $128. It's hard to see that. And let's take a look at the back here too. There you go too. Oh, and that's kind of cool too. There's actually a little patch that says Stitch. Hey everybody, but as I was saying before, this Black Widow dress does look pretty cool. I am interested to see how much it actually costs. So over here is the Black Widow dresses. These are $128. So like most dresses here, they're all gonna be around $128. They're her universe too, but it's also the dress shop. Very cool. There's the back. You can also see the kind of lines on the bottom there. But very cool shirt right there. And then sticking with that Marvel theme, if we go right over here, you have Captain America. Just check out these like buttons too. Very cool details here. These are $128. Her universe. Very cool dress there. If you go down here, you got the stars and everything on the bottom. Super like old fashioned. Over here they have more dresses too. This is more kind of like old style too. I think the belt is really cool on it. But this is kind of just like it's all the parks. You got Animal Kingdom on there. I see Space Mountain. I see the Tower of Terror, so it's got a little bit of everything. Again, $128 for this, the dress shop. And then on the back, which is kind of cool, says Walt Disney World Play in the Park. So that's kind of cool. It's got all the parks on there, as we mentioned. This dress is like super fancy over here. It's got like a little, like, I want to call it like almost like a sash type of thing here. Pretty crazy. I guess it is Cruella themed. Oh yeah, the evil. So I actually didn't even know that. That's pretty cool. It's Cruella. Did she wear this in the movie? Maybe, I don't know. And then this is $129.99. So we're over here now. I think this is probably the coolest one. It's Casey's Corners. I guess I'm serious. A League of Their Own vibes from this. If you've seen that movie, let me know in the comments below what you thought of that movie. And one of my favorites, honestly. It's really good. But yeah, this is also $128, but this is super cool. It's got the Casey's Corner logo. It even has like the belt, like, you know, the baseball players. I think they still wear belts, but yeah, they have like the belts. They do have a Little Mermaid bag here. Again, not Dooney and Bourke, $65. But what's cool about this is it has like a giant shell. It's kind of like the lock here, which is kind of cool. But then they have all these little tiny shells too. So a lot of cool details, I think, on this bag too. And I actually really like this color too. But there you go. You got the like little badge there, Disney Loungefly bag. Oh, this is Loungefly. Very cool. I did not realize that. Disney Parks Loungefly. We just pointed out these bags, but to match those bags, they actually have this dress shop dress here too, which is the Little Mermaid. And see, you got like the forks and then the seashells obviously like in the middle of that, which is kind of cool. $128 for this. So that's, like I said, it's the going price. And there's kind of the look at the whole dress. And then we're gonna go right over here. They have the Moana bags here, which we've shown. But then they have, I think this is Alice in Wonderland down here, which is kind of cool. And I like what's different is this one, instead of a belt, it has like a little like tie ribbon here too. It also has like a little writing up here too, which is kind of cool. $128. And then if you turn this around, it still has that blue trim coming around. Here's a better look at like what the dress like too, like what almost like the graphics kind of look like on it. This is the Cheshire Cat, which is pretty cool. You can see this dress has Minnie on the bottom too, and then if you just kind of scan up, it's got all the polka dots, and then it comes up here and more polka dots, which I think is pretty cool. I like how this kind of buttons up too here. Again, this is $128 as well. Oh yeah, it says Love and Kisses Minnie Mouse XOXO, which is kind of cool. Really neat. Some more dress shop over here. They have Cruella one, which is really cool. It's got the belt here. It has that like Cruella style too from like the movie, the new movie that just came out. $128. But that's pretty cool. And it also has like her signature on like the back of the arm. Very cool. So I honestly think this is one of the cool ones that we've seen so far. It's got Tomorrowland, but what I think was really cool is, look, there is a T right there. It's got like all the stars and stuff, but then if you go down here, it says Tomorrowland right there. And that's really neat. And you see some of the rides it's got too, which I think is really cool. It looks like they even have Tron on the bottom of there, which I think is really neat. But let's turn this one around. I think this is probably one of the cooler ones. I think Casey's is still my favorite. I thought that was really cool, especially because it was like so exclusive, but this is pretty cool as well. So speaking of Cruella and the 101 Dalmatians, they have other dresses over here too, which are kind of like 101 Dalmatian inspired. So this is pretty cool. It comes with like a little jacket too. This would be great for like a Disney Dapper Day. And this is pretty cool too, because you got the dog on the bottom there, and it looks like the leash is kind of following up into the dress, which is really cool. A lot of cool details on this dress too. And that is $168. So here's a dress shop dress. This one's a little cheaper than the other ones. It's all dogs, which is really cool. And this is $108. And you see too, it has this like little lining there too around the neck, which is kind of cool. And then you go this side too, it's got a little ribbon with a dog paw on it, which is very fitting. And then you can see it has all the different dogs on here too. You can see Pluto, I see Doug, Percy, a lot of great Disney dogs on here. This Pixar, it's kind of almost like, it's not really like a dress because it's like a pants dress, which I don't know if there's like a certain name for that. Maybe it's just what I said, but this is really cool. $128 for that. It has all Pixar characters on here. You can see Sadness, you see Elastigirl, I see Joy on there, I see Bo Peep. Really cool. From what I'm seeing with this dress too is it's all female characters, which I think is actually really cool. Yeah, because you got Eve on here, a lot of different, yeah, they're all Kevin, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's all female characters. I even saw Dory there for a second. This is a cool little dress here. And that's the top too. It's very like incredible vibes I'm getting from that, but really cool. And I've seen a Loungefly where it was totally, you know, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway. They have a dress just like that, 128 Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think about that ride? But cool dress too. I think this is like very fitting too. Almost reminds me of like a picnic, kind of like at the end scene, which I don't know if that's exactly what they were going for, but sure looks like it. They also have that on the back too. And then here they have a little, I love how they have these like little patches on a lot of these dresses on the back too. It says Runaway Railway. It looks like 2 movie tickets, which is kind of cool. There you go too, different scenes from the movie. And you can look closely here, guys, you can see that's different scenes from the ride. And here's that mini dress I was kind of talking about before, but here's a better look of it, like what will look like on somebody. Pretty cool. So if you guys are looking for that dress shop collection, I definitely suggest coming to the CoOp. They have tons of it here. This is actually away from the dress shop items, but they do have more cruise line stuff here, which I feel like we've been covering a lot of cruise line lately, and 128 as well. Almost a little like Donald Duck themes too, but you guys see it has the anchors on the bottom there. I love the little like sailor outfit on the top, especially like, I don't even know what you call this, but almost like the cuff here, which is kind of cool. Or the collar, I guess to be the correct word, but that's pretty cool. As far as the Dooney and Bourke bags go, I didn't see too many like new bags compared to what we saw at Everafter. Everafter I thought had a little bit of a larger collection, where all the bags I saw here we saw at Everafter. But if you're on this side of Disney Springs, you don't want to walk all the way over there, you pretty much can see all the bags that we saw over there except for that New York City one, which again kind of gives us that point of, if you want to find like something really new that maybe just came out that day, Everafter is probably your best spot to go. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, we're inside the World of Disney now, which has tons of different merchandise here, but we're going to look for just Dooney and Bourke, which I don't think they have here, but we're still going to look anyway, and the dress shop dresses. So guys, that was rather quick because the update of the dress shop dresses and the Dooney and Bourke bags here at the World of Disney is that there are none. There's no Dooney and Bourke, there's no the dress shop dresses, which obviously maybe a little waste of my time walking through here, but it wasn't though, because now you guys know that they don't have those here. And maybe they will in the future, but they don't have them here right now. And so if you are looking for those items, Marketplace, CoOp, and also Everafter, I think those are like the 2 key places you should definitely check out if you want to go for either of those 2 items. I just talked to cast members that work at the World of Disney, and they actually were just saying that the best place for Dooney and Bourke's in Disney Springs, really one of the only places to get all the Dooney and Bourke's in Disney Springs is Everafter. But they did say that actually, because I guess one of them had looked recently, that this is actually the lowest like stock they've had in a long time, so not tons of new stuff. But obviously, as you guys saw, they do have the new New York City one. I thought they actually had a decent stock in there too. There wasn't a lot of bags I had seen before. So to me, it was good. I don't know how bags, I don't know how long those bags have been sitting there. So maybe they're not new to like, the a person that's always going. But for me, someone who hasn't really been in that store much, definitely some new stuff. I just want to take this time too to thank all my Patreon supporters. It really does mean a lot, so thank you so much, guys. So guys, there you have it, another Disney shopping video. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I had a really good time. I want to do something a little different too. I know everyone loves their Dooney and Bourke bags too. I know everyone loves the dress shops. I said, why not put those into one? 2 great things. So thank you so much for joining me, guys, and we'll see you on the next go around.